Here's one of the things that's happening actually. You see this? Right now I have a tendency, actually I've had this for maybe the last year and a half. This like what would be grinding of teeth, but I've trained myself to gurn instead. Very weird and bizarre, but what it actually is, I believe, is parasites that are deep within my body that right now, I should chicken myself out a little bit because I need to know where my body fat percentage is at, because I need to trim down, and what I'm actually doing is, not with that, I'm in the 3rd week of our cleanse, and everything in our cleanse is in the mailing list, but we're doing this. Yeah, this is black walnut and wormwood. We should have clove as well. We've had some difficulty getting some actual clove sauce to get the triplet of what destroys parasites. We're taking some of this, burdock root. We're also, there's loads of things I could talk about fast and detox. That's not the video. I actually want to talk about someone else, but charcoal as binders to help flush out, almost like fiber does, but it helps bind to the toxins that you're getting rid of when you're detoxing, because otherwise, it's actually a good lesson. A big download came to me when I was listening to Holistic Health Educators, and it was like, you can get all the pathways open, but without binders, they don't leave your body. So they're actually recirculating. You're retoxifying rather than detoxifying. That's a very big upgrade for me. But anyway, we was having this riff. Me and Amy was talking about this discussion, and one of the things that came up was like this hybrid lifestyle, and there was a question I actually thought for the audience, which was, it only makes sense to follow what we're doing and understand the principles, whilst Amy is mic'd up, she's coughing away because she's making some food over there. But it only makes sense to follow us if you somewhat want or desire elements of our life that we have. And I would say what we do have is we're working all the way towards better health all the time, but we have health. We have health. We have clear minds where the communication within our household is always clear, so we don't store tension. We're always free and liberated to live the best possible life and help other people as a result, because we're always clear in our own zone. And then emotionally, we're always directing our energy. Like right now, we've been getting into better habits of, we're talking, we're having a conversation, we need to capture it. We're directing our energy, we're controlling our emotions in a way that are practical. And then financially, we was talking about that, I'm going to touch on that in just a second, but we also cover the spirit. We feel aligned with our purpose. We feel aligned with what we're here to do, what our soul pulls us to do in this realm. But on the finance thing, this is what we were talking about, and this might or might not be present in your household, which is, do you align with the people that you're surrounded by? I have to align with Amy. There's no way we would have made it 14 years if I wasn't aligning with Amy, if she wasn't aligning with me. We were both just talking about this. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want freedom by any means necessary, of which, like, I just don't want to deal with anything. I want to live off grid. I want to live on a farm. I want to be in a community like the Amish people where we trade. That's cool. Or do you want, I want to be the next fucking Andrew Tate. I want to be the next Dan Bilzerian. I want to be the next insert female version that I can't think of. I want to be the next version of that, of this luxury materialistic lifestyle. Or if you resonate with what I'm doing and what Amy's doing and what we're doing as a family, we're in the middle. We are a hybrid species where, this is exactly what I said, and I'm going to ask Amy in a second. I said, I want to be sat on a foundation of generational wealth, absolute richness and fortune, on a farm where I can self-sustain on that farm. So I want both. I want to be on my horse, and I want to take calls, close deals, and make cash on my horse, which I don't have any experience riding horses, but it fucking feels and looks cool. That's the kind of hybrid mix that we're going for. And one of the biggest problems is being clear on what you actually want, getting very clear on what you want. So the first problem to solve is clarity. What truly aligns with you? Where are you at realistically? If we're being realistic and we're grounded, where are you at realistically right now in your life? And what's your first step? Not what the ultimate step is. Everyone kind of has a long-term dream and desire, but they don't have an actionable step, a plan, a roadmap. They don't have that. So the first thing you should do is connect and collaborate with someone like us, or someone that you resonate with that also is doing and living and breathing what you might want. You might want the ability to, if you want a hybrid life, have both sides, of which you're only going to have if you can earn money, right? If you can earn money, if you can do that and you can continue to live in the way that prioritizes your values and your core principles, great, amazing. You're fulfilling the greatest life and you're also in the best possible position to serve. However, you might not want that. But that's the kind of goals that we're aiming for. And we was talking about things like dehydrators. Like, let me take you on a tour, actually. Like, so it's not the best thing because it's in the selfie version of the camera. Morning, afternoon, and then these will have our evening tablets in, right? Organized. But mostly, this whole kitchen is a place of operation. This is where so much, looks good actually, this is where so much of the business happens. This is where cooking and fundamentals of life happen every single day in a way that is, again, aligned with the 5 principles. I want to be able to close deals on a horse. What do you want to do, Aim?
I want to be able to serve women from a really grounded place whilst milking my cows and my goats and living in a very luxurious place. That's what I want. I want the luxuries because I love the luxuries. I love having a sauna right here. I love everything being modern and clean and fresh and big and open and green, and I love that. And then I also want to be able to grow all my own food, have my own animals, have like numerous chest freezers, numerous pantries, so we've just got so much food that it doesn't fucking matter what's happening in the world and digital IDs and bullshit like that, because we are self-sufficient, we've got that, but with having the luxuries at the same time.
Yeah, so you want to milk your husband, your cows. You want to milk your cows. And
I want to milk my cows.
And at the same time provide service to what would make more sense as the female species. Yeah? Different species. The female world of people that, again, this only makes sense if people want what you have. And that's an important question because we're actually talking, the conversation spurs around real life scenarios of people that we know that are living in ways of, and you say this fundamentally, right? They're following what they feel is true. They're kind of working towards what they want. But there's this sense that it's not calculated, strategized, planned, organized, controlled. It's not clear, and it needs to be. It needs to be so clear. It has to be so fucking clear, because through what ultimately is becoming manifesting has to be specific, right? So we have to right now, in order to manifest a successful process of detoxification, we have to be specific and organized, targeted towards, like I said, this tendency comes from what I deeply and truly believe is parasites that are running through all of our bodies. I have to attack that with the specifics of tools like this. I can't just like, I don't know, start taking fucking, what was that brand that was like, not Slim World. What was that brand?
Slim Fast?
Not Slim Fast. Something, you knew people that was like ambassadors for it, right?
Juice Plus.
Juice Plus. Yeah, Juice Plus, yeah. There's levels, right? You have to have an understanding of what you want and a plan to specifically get that outcome, rather than kind of just generalizing. And the story and the message within the story is, it started to become very clear just a few years ago, very clear, specifically what we wanted. We actually had to overcome this personal resistance, this level of almost withholding what we wanted because we weren't ready to have the grounding conversation around what was needed. Money. Money had to be a part of what we did. And in order for us to achieve what we wanted, the focus, because it was actually out of the 5 elements that I speak about, the focus for me in my life had never gone on to money. So that was the kind of final code that I had to crack. It was actually 29 when this started to happen. I'm 32 now. And, you know, I'm at a position where I feel like I'm only just warming up. I'm starting, but at least I don't have the problems that I did when I wasn't able to earn. And more specifically, more important than ever, if you're in a place like the UK, an ability to earn money through a laptop, remotely. And that's what we're doing. Out of interest, then, where will people find it?
On the mailing list!
On the mailing list, right? Why the mailing list? I've been trying to share things for years. I've been kicked off pretty much every fucking platform ever. I've 100% been shadow banned. Like some of the strategies, people that I've listened to try to, for example, with my X or Twitter account, try to like gain more traction, zilch, right? I know I've been shadow banned, and I've actually been using the same email addresses since I was a teenager. So, actually since I was 18. So, yeah, I realized, crack the code for me to really be able to serve and provide and give everything, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm just giving everything away. I'm not asking for payments. I'm not even asking for names. Right now, I'm asking for email addresses. Why? Because I can speak straight from the heart, straight from my soul, onto my laptop, and beacon it out to the souls that are ready to hear the message. So the message is clear. If, and only if, you're in this position where you're like, I want that. I want to understand how you get there. I know I want it, but I just don't know the plan or the path. You're for us. If you want that hybrid, if you understand the importance of health and being as healthy and a high vibrational being as you can be, at the same time, fucking earning a lot of money, you find that balance between both, then we need as many people that want to do what we're aiming for around us. We need as many people on our path as possible to amplify the manifestation. That's one secret, probably not spoken about enough. If you want to increase the energy that goes into creating something, pour multiple points of attention to it. Actually, and I'll leave you with this. There was an exercise, a little kind of practice I got Amy to do, and actually it's here, right? Out here, out there, you'll see it if you can. There's a band on that pillar, right? And it was just an example I used once, and I said to Amy, stare at that band, stare at it. And I'm going to stare at it. And I'm going to do nothing but stare at it. This is a metaphor for focus, because we're focused on it together. And I just said the amplification of what we want to do in life doubles if there's 2 of you, triples if there's 3 of you, depends how many of you. If you're all focused on the same target, you amplify the energy towards it. So if we both stare at this band, we're going to amplify our focus together towards it. It's a good practice to shared focus. And that goes for your goals and your targets in life. You have to be surrounded by people that can align with you, so you're all focused on the same thing, and it will amplify. And interestingly, I don't even feel like I'm scratching the surface of having that level of focus. No, I want that level of focus to be the same way that some people or communities pour their attention into a sport or an event or someone they love and follow. And if we can do that together to achieve the outcome of our dream and our desire together, woo! We're unstoppable. So, you know what to do. It's all down here. It's all down there. It's in the mailing list everywhere for you. Just see you later.